September 19, 2024, an officer conducted a follow-up in regards to an assault on a family case. Upon further investigation, the officer made contact with the complaining witness, who reported that the defendant had been harassing her since September 18, 2024, by sending her videos, voicemails, and text messages containing horrible remarks, approximately 50 to 60 messages in total. In the voicemails, the defendant curses at her, asking, "Where are you? Why the fuck aren't you at work?" and calling her various names. Additionally, the complainant showed the officer text messages of the defendant telling the complaining witness, "Kill yourself and I want to watch you suffocate, and your family hates you." The complaining witness indicated that the continual harassment is making her fear him even more. Complaining witness.
I've only seen a couple videos of this judge, but I've seen enough to know that he is not going to be happy about this. And this dude is sick.
This was able to give officers the defendant's identifying information and positively identify the defendant as a person who has been harassing her.
I see that he has also picked up a felony assault against this complaining witness as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What happened in that one?
Pick 6 is live in Missouri. Check this out. The newest fantasy game from DraftKings.
Not just emotionally abusive, but actually abusive too.
And I'm assuming it's the same date as this one. So I'm assuming it's out of the same transaction.
I'm not sure. So it says that I don't believe so. It says that on September 18th in Harris County, officers were dispatched to an assault. The complaining witness advised that the defendant came home upset about socks not being in the closet. The defendant punched the complaining witness with a closed fist on her foot twice on her right thigh and twice on her left thigh, causing pain. The complaining witness advised that the defendant grabbed her by the arm and forcibly shoved her out of the house, throwing her on the porch. She advised that she felt pain, and she advised that this has been an ongoing issue for the past 2 years. The officers observed purple and green bruises on her arm, foot, and her legs. The bruises were green, purple, and red and of significant size.
Is there a no contact order in this case?
Judge, who's the defendant?
This is Mr. Fritter.
All you gotta do is
Oh, you've never used samples like this before. This is Arcade, the ultimate sample plugin.
He hasn't harassed, Mr. Fritter, let me tell you something now. You scare me. And you scare me something good. You have, since 14, assault, trespass, deadly conduct, assault, DWI, forgery, and now a harassment and a felony assault.
Judge, there has been a note filed, but there is no protective order in this case.
Is there no contact in the felony case whatsoever?
I'm checking the law conditions. It's no threatening or harassing at this time. Would ask if that be a no contact in this court, Judge.
I don't see it.
His face. You see how dark his face is? People like that, they just have like an aura of evilness about them. You could tell. It's truly disturbing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's truly disturbing. You could see the evil in his face.
The rip has been.
Are you Miss Lisco?
Yes, sir.
That's Miss Lisco right there. Come up, ma'am. Come up. I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test right now, Mr. Fritter. I want to protect you as much as I can. No one has to have this kind of treatment whatsoever for any reason. And I will do everything in my power to protect you. All I need you to do is tell me. All I need is please give me the word. Mr. Fritter, look at me. You so much. I'm
Pick 6 is live in Missouri. Check.
I understand the rage. If any of you have ever seen people that are really victims of stuff and really experienced that kind of stuff, not that fake Me Too movement stuff, no. So I'm talking about people that really experienced it. It's not funny. It's not funny. And like, yeah, the worst kind of people, honestly.
Can you imagine what life is like when someone has to walk on eggshells because they have the fear that if they make someone mad in the smallest respect of having socks not in the damn drawer, they're liable to get a beating? Can you imagine what life is like to live with that kind of fear?
Gonna find out in jail, buddy.
You're going to live it with me now. Because one false move, I'm going to make your bond so high your head will spontaneously combust. But no one, and I mean no one, should have to live with that kind of fear. I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test because I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. And I don't know if I'm going to allow you to have contact with Miss Lisk. But if I find that you treat anyone or put anyone in fear or put anyone in harm's way, so help me, I will grow horn and tails because I will be so upset. And it will be on you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Abel,
Yes.
I'm going to keep Mr. Freder so close to me that it's just ridiculous.
Yes, sir.
I'm entering what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection. This is a court order that identifies her as a protected individual. You're not to have any kind of communication whatsoever. You're not supposed to have you will not have any threatening or harassing contact. What is threatening or harassing doesn't matter what you think is threatening or harassing. It's what she perceives. So if I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is. And it's enough for me to put you in jail and make your bond $150,000, maybe 50, maybe 20. But I will do, Mr. Freder, I will do everything in my power to protect every single person of this county. And I don't care if you're kicking, screaming, crying because you go to jail and don't have anyone to bond you out.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up.
Question. Your husband and wife of 10 years is kind of difficult situation that we live together.
Wow.
I want to.
This not. Now this is the part that pisses me off, right? Okay. I believe that people should stick it out through hard times, right? Believe one of the issues I believe with this current age of people is that they get divorced too easy, right? There's two exceptions to that rule. And one of them is when somebody's beating the hell out of you. Don't try to protect him. Don't worry about that. Protect yourself. Or else, guess what? You're going to end up in the morgue. This man is doing this to try to help you within the means of the law.
Protect you, man. And you know, the problem is that now that he's picked up these two cases, times will be just even more stressful. We have these protective orders. They're basically like cooling off motions so that, you know, you can separate, enough time will pass, people can kind of cool down, you know, so they're not under the stress of the excitement and then unleash on you. The last thing I want is for you to suffer any kind of harm whatsoever, you know, and I that's all I want. You know, all I'm asking is how things should be normal. Like, I'm not asking him for him to do Pythagorean's theorem here.
Pick Six is live in Missouri. Check this out, the newest fantasy game from DraftKings.
That kind of stuff triggers me.
So
Don't protect the abuser when you actually getting the
I don't know. You know what I'd like is if you please just talk to
Because essentially what she's saying is she's saying that she's not going to stay away from him. She's saying that she's still going to deal with him. She's going to go back to him.
our DAs here. But I'd like you to have their phone number at the minimum so that should anything ever whatsoever, all you have to do is let us know. And then
I have been in contact with the DA, especially about the assault.
I'm here for you. And I want to make sure that you're okay. You know, I've given him a lawyer. He knows what's expected of him. And I'm going to drug test him like crazy to make sure that he's not using alcohol or dope. In fact, I mean, I'm going to test him 2 times a week. I'm setting him now because I want to know what, if anything, is in his system. And then we'll go from there.
Judge, he will come back positive, but that's prior use from.
What were you going to test positive for, Mr. Freder?
Marijuana.
Okay.
That's the crazy part too. It's like, isn't that supposed to make you chill out? Like,
Ketamine and probably some other stuff that could have been. Okay. And ketamine and probably some other stuff that could have been in the ketamine. But I mean, straight up, that's probably it. Mr. Freder, I'm going to test you. These are your bond conditions that are going to apply to you now. And if you fail to live up to these bond conditions, I'm just going to let you know. That's it. You will appear to me here 2 times a week to take drug tests. And if I find anything is in your system, and I don't care what it is, I'm going to lock you up. You're ordered not to use any kind of dope or alcohol. And if you can't get this monkey off your back, because I am now giving you the opportunity to do it on your own. If you're incapable of doing it on your own, then I'm going to do it for you. Do you understand? No dope, no alcohol. And when I mean no alcohol from any source. No isopropyl alcohol, cakes, candies, foods, gums, energy drinks, tequila lollipops, hair dye. I've heard it all, and I don't care. You come to me test positive, you'll stay with me. I also want you 3 times a week to do anger management classes so that we can deal with the anger issues. Look at me. 3 times a week. And I want a piece of paper showing me that you've done it, the date, time, location of where you've done it, so that I can verify that you've done it. And if you don't do it, you will stay with me. You now have the opportunity to address these things on your own. If you don't, you will be doing it with me. And if I get one breath that she's been mistreated in any way, shape, or fashion, holy freaking moly. And then, ma'am, if you'd be so kind, please, I'll have you speak to them here momentarily. Rachel, this is my card. If you ever need anything, all you have to do is get in contact with me. And I'm here for you. Whatever you need, anytime, day or night. I don't care.
you know what the sad part is? The sad part is she's probably not even going to take advantage of that, because you could tell by even just the questions that she was asking. She's still she's still attached to that man. And it's unfortunate because, like I said, you see a lot of these women, and the only way to really break that attachment is for them to end up, for it to go to the worst case scenario. And who really wants that? Saying it's just like, God, it's frustrating.